It was late one night, and the young man was about to head home from work. It was another lonely night that he dreaded. The young man hated the idea of going home, but there was nothing else for him to do. He walked to his car and was about to get into it, but then he stopped himself. He closed his eyes for a moment as he sighed. Then he opened his eyes and glanced around for a moment before he removed his hand from the car door handle. The young man didn't feel like going home to the empty apartment, where he'd just sit and stare at the same four walls while wondering where he had gone wrong and why she didn't want to be with him. He let out another sigh before he decided to take a walk on that chilly night. As the young man walked, he thought about everything that happened during his past. The more he thought about his past, the lonelier he felt. He continued to walk until he approached a bench where he sat down. As he sat there, he continued to think about his past. Then he took something out of his pocket. It was a little box that he carried with him every day. He opened it and took out a ring that he studied closely. As he looked at it, he was taken back to the moment when he proposed to the one who had left him. He was in love with her and wanted to spend his life with her. The young man was excited about having a family, and it didn't matter to him that he was so young. Then he was taken back to the moment when he got down on his knee and asked the big question. He put the ring on her finger as he asked her to marry him. The young man thought for sure that she would say yes and that they would be together. Then everything, including his heart, shattered whenever she told him that she wouldn't marry him. The pain intensified as she removed the ring from her finger as she told him that she didn't want to be with him anymore. Then he asked her about the baby and all the time that they spent together. He asked her if it meant anything. She told him that she didn't love him anymore. She gave the ring back to him and then she walked away. The young man's eyes filled with tears as he continued to think about the moment when his entire life had fallen apart. Then he started to think about another traumatic event that took place not long after that. At that moment, the young man broke down and wept.
Why me? What have I done to deserve this?
He cupped his hands to his face as he wept. He didn't notice that someone else was close by. The young man removed his hands from his face, but he still didn't notice the stranger, who then startled him as she spoke to him.
Hello?
The young man gasped, and then he looked at her nervously.
Hey, what are you doing out here all alone? Don't you know that this is Christmas Eve?
Right, I was about to head home.
Hey, are you all right?
The young man didn't respond.
Do you mind if I sit down with you? It looks like you could use some company.
It's not necessary.
It's fine, really.
Perhaps so, but I'm sure that you have better things to do than sit out here in the cold with me. Besides, I was about to go home anyway.
Okay.
She turned and started to walk away. The young man watched as she walked away. Then she stopped for a moment before she turned and looked at him. She could see that he was unhappy, so she made her way back over to him.
You know, I don't feel comfortable leaving you here like this.
You probably shouldn't waste your time on me.
Are you sure you'll be all right?
The young man didn't respond, so she sat down beside him. She told him her name, and then he told her his name.
So, why are you sitting here alone?
I didn't feel like going home.
Oh, will you have plans for when you do go home?
Probably not, unless you count sitting alone staring at the same four walls as plans. It's probably what I'll be doing. It's what I usually end up doing.
That's sad.
It's life, is it not?
You poor thing.
I don't need your pity, really. I don't. It's the hand I've been dealt. My entire life has been a series of heartbreaks and disappointments. Why should this night be any different?
Don't you have family that you could visit?
The young man said nothing as he looked away. He didn't want her to see that he was fighting back tears.
Look, I don't know what it is that you're dealing with or what you've been through in the past, but nobody should have to be alone on Christmas Eve. If you don't have anywhere to go or anyone to spend the holiday with, then maybe you could spend it with me.
I don't know if it's such a good idea. I don't want to impose and spoil the holiday for you. To be honest, I'm not really in the mood to celebrate. Besides, we don't even know each other.
Oh, I understand. I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable. I just thought that you could use some cheering up. I wouldn't want to force you to be somewhere you don't feel comfortable, even though I did invite you. I should probably go home. I hope that everything works out for you.
Then she stood up, and she was about to walk away until he spoke.
Wait.
She stopped, and then she turned and looked at him.
Do you need a ride home?
She didn't respond.
I noticed that you walked, and it's a bit chilly out.
She still didn't respond.
I don't want to be alone.
I would like a ride home.
She held out her hand and he took hold of it, and then he stood up. The two of them walked to the young man's car, and then he opened the passenger side door for her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After she got into the car, he closed the passenger side door, and then he got in on the driver's side. He started the car, and then they left.